when I first put in place this league system, that was back in March. I was building Hex.live, and I knew for a fact, because I worked in the tech industry for a while, that people don't read, they're bad with numbers, and they want simple images or artifacts that they can relate to. And so I in the in the crypto world, there's this meme of the big holders being whales. So I just reuse the theme of the sea animals and just derived it down to the shells. I just did a bit of research to say, hey, what are the emojis that are easily be reusable by anyone, and just I put that together. So that comes from the realization that it's simplifying the story. Instead of talking about shares or T-shares or which percentage of the pie do you have, now you have some sort of like discrete steps or milestones or rank that you can achieve or look up to. So this is where it's coming, and I knew that obviously that was intentional. I knew the impact it would have for people, but I did not anticipate how much people would just enjoy it. To the point that you often see people in their pseudonym just having little emojis of being a dolphin or turtle, and they are just sharing with each other that they want to go to the next step, or that they gain a couple of ranks every week. So that was intentional. What I knew also is that I did not want to maintain such a system, that there should not be any intervention in the spirit of being decentralized. I should kind of set up like the theme of the meme, and then it should just auto adjust by itself. So everything is relative, and basically, if you're a squid or a dolphin, what could happen if everybody above you that have more share than you, so sharks and whales, end up and staking over time, even people below you, over time you just might gain more shares of the pie, and end up becoming yourself a shark or a whale. So this is a very interesting system, because without doing anything, you can actually climb just because you're more patient, you're more dedicated. I've seen the nice keynote from EXO last night, and this game that is HEX is about dedication, commitment, patience, delayed gratification, and I just basically added a bit of like fun and storytelling behind this concept of shares.
Yeah. What I absolutely love is that like you basically gamify the concept of your wallet as a character. And so like if we look at like BTC or looking at like Satoshi values, it gets very confusing with the decimal numbers. And you even like wrote that down to like the share volume on how you can just quantify yourself to a particular character, an ideal, a level, if you will, that you want to achieve and move forward. And let's talk like again with like Randy for a moment, just like on how media works, on how that pushes forth that media or character of your wallet, and staking it out longer does you better. You can see it tactively in your hand, whether you're a squid, a shark, a whale, a clam, whatever it is, you can see how you can move forward, and that gives you intrinsic value to do better.
Yeah, I was saying when we were backstage, I was saying how pissed I get when people pass me. I'm a dolphin, but when I see people go over me, I'm like, dude. So then I go and buy a little bit more HEX because I want to maintain my level, or hopefully I can, when my early stakes start coming out, because I didn't really understand the system at first. It took me at least 6 months to understand the system. Now I understand how important those longer stakes are, that I'm going to take those stakes and I'm going to put them out past 10 years. And then it's definitely going to help me rise up the rankings.
Yeah, it's definitely a big incentive that's now going forward, because people really understand that you have to push it out. If you push it out, you can climb that ladder. And that is the power element of it. And I think because we're lucky enough to have two great people here, one that actually creates visuals for the eyes, and Stef, it's not only just the eyes, it's also for the mind that you've created. So we're blending like these two feasts for the mind and the eyes, just with you two guys in here right now. So I wonder what in the future, Crypto Koolaid, you might be able to add as well to create more visuals to stimulate the minds and the eyes of every hexagon out there.
Sure. It's not even that. So like I deal with 3D visual storytelling, and ideally it's UI UX is what you want to do. But like, again, the tangible factor that you can look onto your phone, you can see the chart and the graph. You can see what ETH is in the pool and how much HEX is in there. You can look at your graphing ability to see where you are within a share pool on a very simplified metric of ecosystems of levels. But more importantly, you can also see where your shares are, when you're going to need to unstake, when these factors or vectors are available to you. And because of that, you have that immediate handoff that it becomes one-to-one. Like if you're making your breakfast, do you check this very, very simple metric, and does it give you motivation to do more, right? And the more that you do, again, if you look at your wallet as a character that you're leveling up, you have the choice. Again, if we look at like the dynamics of proper game theory, a game artist in a video game will entice you to do one thing and they will reward you. And they may entice you to do something else that you're not supposed to do, and they'll hit you with a stick. And that inherently pays the staker class. So if you don't do what you're not going, or that you shouldn't do, which pays the staker class, the people that play the game correctly are rewarded with intrinsic value.